In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add data validation criteria on cells and how to use the choose function. For this exercise, I put in the employee names, their monthly payment, and their dependents. The first thing I have to do is to put the data validation criteria for cells C6 to C11 so that you can only put the minimum number as 1 and the maximum number as 3. To do this, I have to select the cells, go to Data, then Data Validation. I need to select the options Allow Whole Number, Between, and Type 1 for minimum and 3 for maximum. Then I press Enter. To show you how data validation works, I will try to put the number 0 in cell C6. A dialog box then shows up saying that the value entered is invalid. This happens because I formatted the cell so only the numbers 1, 2, or 3 can be entered. Data validation is a criteria used in a cell or range of cells in order to avoid any data errors. For example, if you had a worksheet containing data in 30 cells, and all of the numbers in the cells had to be between the numbers 6 and 10, then you can use the data validation to make sure you don't make any typing mistakes. The next thing I have to do is to use the formula to calculate the taxes of each employee. To do this, I have to multiply the monthly gross pay by the appropriate percentage. The percentage is determined by looking at the dependents. If an employee has one dependent, then their percentage will be 18%. If the employee has two dependents, then the percentage will be 16%. If an employee has three dependents, then the percentage will be 14%. For this step, the formula I'm going to use has to include the choose function. The choose function is a lookup function that is used to return a value from a list of values. For this example, the formula I'm going to put is equals B6 multiplied by choose parentheses C6, comma 18%, comma 16%, comma 14%. Because the first employee has 3 dependents, the monthly gross pay is multiplied by 14%. The next thing I have to do is to calculate the Social Security. I have to multiply the Social Security rate in cell B3 by the monthly gross pay. The formula I'm going to use is equals B3 multiplied by B6. I have to make B3 in the formula an absolute cell reference so that I can use the fill handle to fill the formula down without having any error value. If you don't use an absolute cell reference and try to use the fill handle, then the formula would keep on changing, and that causes error values. To make an absolute cell reference in the formula, you select anywhere on the cell name and then press F4. One way you can tell that the cell reference has changed to absolute is if you see a $sign. Next, I have to calculate the net pay for each employee. To do this, I have to minus the Social Security rate and the taxes from the monthly gross pay for each employee. The formula I'm going to use is equals B6 minus parentheses D6 plus E6 close parentheses. I then have to make cells A5 through F11 into a table. To do this, I select the cell range, go to Insert, then Table. Then I sort the table in ascending order by employee. Then I filter the table so that only employees with 2 dependents can show. As you can see, the rest of the rows are hidden because I chose that option. Now, I have to put my name in the header and the date in the footer by going to Insert, then Header and Footer. And that is how you use the choose function and the data validation.